Yeah. So many goals couldn't fade wild. Too many woes to complain about. Too many flows I could lay down, but ain't come all this way just to lay down. Niggas ain't shit, they be played out. I keep it chicks, not the playground. Making the hits from the pain found. Building a bridge to the cane now. Couldn't afford what to say then. No, we been here before, what to say now. Looking for more on my pay stub. I let them copy and paste up. Shorty a dub from the waist up. Moving with stardom is way loud. Leaving them parts in the range route. We never planned for the fame route. They don't know where we stand, but we stand out. Stand out, stand out, stand out, stand out. Hey, nigga, fuck all that dap shit, no handouts. Stand out. 30 points on the board, decorated assortment. Raining down from the source, rotate how it orbit. Drive shit on the force, this soul glare when I force this. Smoke clouds and it's gorgeous, whole room got absorbed in. Bad bitch getting Bobby, me mugging like Portis. Twin shit talking Samis, no point trying to sign me. No fuck shit getting by me, bluff shit don't excite me. Black sheep to society, chalked up and beside me. Yet I still have to snipe them and lay low. So many goals couldn't fade wild. Too many woes to complain about. Too many flows I could lay down, but ain't come all this way just to lay down. Niggas ain't shit, they be played out. I keep it chicks, not the playground. Making the hits from the pain found. Building a bridge to the cane now. Couldn't afford what to say then. No, we been here before, what to say now. Looking for more on my pay stub. I let them copy and paste up. Shorty a dub from the waist up. Moving with stardom is way loud. Leaving them parts in the range route. We never planned for the fame route. They don't know where we stand, but we stand out. It's the full moon in Capricorn live. You know, full moons, I always get that energy prior to or during of feeling tired. Like my body will start feeling tired. I'll start getting fatigued just naturally, just because of the cycle of things. But I'd say this full moon, not as tired. You know, not as tired for real. So I'm taking a note of that, because it might be a thing where the more fulfilled you are during the full moon, the less physically drained you may feel as well. And that's just something I'm gonna start looking into because of this experience. But with the full moon being in Capricorn, the full moon is all about being fulfilled. Are you fulfilled or are you unfulfilled? Because the Buddha is fulfilled. The Buddha is full. It's been eaten during the waxing cycle. Now it's full. And when we're looking at the moon, we're correlating and making a relationship with our own emotions, with our own emotional world, with our own wave, with our own current. And that's the analogy. So if the moon is full, it will be favorable to be emotionally fulfilled and emotionally full within yourself. Because when the moon is full, it's favorable to be in energies of releasing. Releasing, resting.
Like, those are the energies that you want to be in. So it's favorable when the moon is full to also have an emotional fulfillment within yourself, looking at it from that allegory, and wanting to release, wanting to, things that you're carrying with you during the waxing cycle, wanting to put them to rest, being fulfilled within the actions and the energies that you've been taking during the waxing cycle, and knowing that, like, everything has this period. Even when women have their period, it's like that's the time for their body, being walking moons in a physical manifestation, to release, to retract, to, like, reset. Now when the moon is full, it's doing the same thing. So it's not you don't want to be too emotionally reactive during the full moon, because all of the offerings during the waxing cycle have been made, and they have fulfilled the moon. So the moon is full. The moon don't need no more food. So the more that you feed it, the more likely you are to have something spill into your life. Like a glass that is full, that's been filled with water all the way to the brim. The more water you put in that glass, it's going to spill over. You're going to have a mess. And this is the emotions. So when you talk about the emotions, you're already tapping into the subconscious realm, because emotions aren't something that's seen. Emotions need a light and imitate, and emotions need like an image to reflect off of. So you have to be emotionally aware of it too during a full moon, not to be too reactive and not to emotionally respond to too many things, because you're going to do it in the energy that the moon is in. You have your own moon sign, but the energy that the moon is in will be the emotional vibration, that emotional current that we're all experiencing, and then we react off of that emotional current with your specific moon sign, the way that's depending on where your moon sign is. But you have to be fulfilled during the full moon, and it's in Capricorn. So the energy that you want to be fulfilled in is an earth energy, a tangible energy. Everyone is either experiencing emotional fulfillment or emotional unfulfillment when it comes to the Capricorn energy. The status of your emotions, what you've been reacting or responding to in an effort to achieve. Whether you have like an achievement attitude about an emotion that you have. Whether you've reached certain emotional goals for yourself. Whether you have stability, safety, and security in those areas. And whether your emotions can be seen in a way that you like. 10th house energy. Career, whether you've been meeting career goals, like goals, achievements, status, being seen for that, being known for that. That's Capricorn energy. And with the moon being full in this energy, there's going to be a pressure if you're emotionally unfulfilled in that energy. And it's going to make you want to respond or react to those energies, because that's where the moon is at. But the moon is full, so you should not do that. That's the whole point. Like, when the moon is full, relax. Don't do too much. Don't respond. Don't be so emotionally involved in so many different things that you feel like you gotta respond to shit. You gotta chill, because when you start doing that, when you start responding and reacting to those things during the full moon, but you'll create an emotional transformation within that circumstance or within that situation, within that space of whatever you're responding to, because the moon is already full, and there is no emotional comfort for any of us right now, because the moon's full. Like, while it's like waxing, and it's not quite full, it's about to be full, that's when we are putting energy work out and offerings emotionally, and with the masculine energy, because it's all actions, but it's about the vibration that you're in before you act. That's where the emotion lies. So when it's full, you gotta relax, you gotta chill out, you gotta retreat, you gotta rest. All the re-energies, you gotta release, retract. You gotta be fulfilled. And it really is a choice for real. It's just whether it's gonna be easy or difficult based upon where your emotions are at and what like satisfies them for real. And what I'm saying is a choice is whether you're fulfilled or not. Are you fulfilled or are you unfulfilled? It's a choice because you can be anything that you want to be. But how deep into something are you that it's blinding you from being aware of that when it's time to make decisions? And when the moon is full, you may want to feel fulfilled and actually be in an unfulfilled space, and it's hard for you to get yourself into a space of feeling fulfilled because of how unfulfilled you feel. And really, when you're in a situation like that, you just gotta chuck it up to, okay, I've been bullshitting. Like, I've been bullshitting this past waxing cycle, but the thing is, like, the moon, like, this is life. This is the makeup of life. So it's like the moon is gonna wane after the full moon, and then after the new moon, it wanes all the way till it's a new moon. Then it's gonna start waxing again to the full moon. So it's like, you know, all of these energies are here for our disposal. I mean, it's the makeup of the essence of what we're experiencing. So it ain't gonna stop. You just gotta be intentional about all this shit so that you can get what you want and not get like too distracted, and also have an idea about like what it is that you want, and like that's always changing too. So the moon being full is an unfulfilled or fulfilled energy, and the sun just went into Cancer. So whatever it is that you acting on, you got to create the appropriate emotional environment for that shit. You got to curate it. You got to cater to it. Cancer is ruled by the moon, and it's like a mom energy. Like mom, you know, like in all the sitcoms or like the TV shows or the commercials, moms, you know, she's packing the lunches, she's in the Ziploc with the shit, she got everything scheduled, everything organized, she got dinner when everybody come back, she waking niggas up for breakfast type shit. Like, shit is curated in an emotional way so that shit can be done, so that the bed is set for things to feel comfortable to act on type shit. That's like the moon. That's the moon representation. That's why Cancers act the way that they do. Cancer signs, they're like walking representations of that vibration. So it's like they're moody as fuck, because when things are out of order emotionally, they start throwing moods, and you can tell that shit. So that's an example of the makeup of what the lunar energy represents. Emotional ties. And the curation, the makeup of what makes something comfortable, what makes something so comfortable that you can be yourself in a real way. And the sun just went into Cancer, so which rules the moon, so we're all going to be paying attention to and acting on emotional things. Also familiar things, like domestic issues, things that make you feel comfortable, things that may be private from the limelight or from you being known by that energy, like things that are kept like within yourself. on an emotional tip. And it's time to curate what it is that you're acting on. Because the sun is representing our actions and what we're paying attention to. And now that the sun is in a water sign, which is Cancer too, now we're all acting on, like, we all have our own individual goals. So your actions are all going to be predicated to wherever it is that you have a goal or wherever it is that you're paying attention to. But with the sun being in Cancer, it's like you have to now curate the emotional environment and the emotional tone and setting for that thing that you're paying attention to. Like, you got to curate the emotional stability and the comfort. You got to be the mom now. You got to be the mom for some shit that you've been acting on, for some shit that you've been paying attention to, for one of your goals, for the way that you've been creatively expressing yourself. You got to curate that shit. You got to make it look a certain way that invokes a certain emotional comfortability. And that's really what Cancer season's about. And it just went into Cancer, so this is the next 30 days. And whenever it is a full moon, the sun is opposite from the sign that the moon is in. That's what makes it full, because the moon is not a rock or like a body, a celestial body or anything like that. The moon is a reflection off of the sun. It's reflecting the sun. So whatever the fuck that's why it's always balanced like that, because it's all measurements and mathematics. So whenever we have a full moon, we're going to see the full reflection of the sun, which will be the moon. And whenever we have a new moon, we're just going to see nothing. We're not going to see shit. So, yeah, that's the sun going into Cancer is you got to start paying attention to that home base, specifically within yourself, the emotional home base within yourself. But externally, it may be with your family members. It may be domestic issues that you have to emotionally comfort or console. Private issues, things that are private to you, and things that are emotionally invoking. But you gotta curate that shit. And it's opposite from the moon, the energy that the moon is in right now, which is cardinal Earth, Capricorn. Because Capricorn don't really give a fuck about any of that shit. Capricorn really just wants to have a status about that shit. They just want to have a status about that shit. They don't really care about the feeling. They don't give a fuck about how shit feels or nothing. They just care about what works and what's being built towards, and also about what's real. And if it's not real, then it don't really matter. Like, if it's not real, and then it don't really matter. Like, that's to a Capricorn. If it's not something that can help found an idea, a structure, like a belief or an achievement, a goal, if it's not something that can help found it in a real way, then it don't really matter. And Cancer is an opposite energy to that, 180 degrees away, in a water sign. Really focusing on, like, the emotional importance that a vibe or a home setting or a home base has for something to be that, for something to be a goal, for something to be like achieved. You can't do anything if shit's not right within. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't right within. Whatever Shuddy said. But, yeah. So that's what's going on now. It's the full moon. Just relax. Rest. Don't do too much. And if you have things to do, just make sure you do them having on your heart and within your emotions that you're fulfilled. You're fulfilled within yourself. Like, you don't have to move from a space of wanting or needing anything. You have a sense of emotional satisfaction enough that nothing is going to take you outside of yourself. You need that during the full moon because that is when things are most inclined to take you outside of yourself. From a space of being unfulfilled. I'm tripping that shit down. So yeah. Full moon and fucking Capricorn. Fucking tower moments. Tower moments out the ass. If you're not fulfilled within like the status of something, within like your status, like how you feel about yourself, is that being respected by you and others? Like, it's an energy that niggas is experiencing. Have you met goals that you set out for yourself? Have you achieved something? Are you the boss of something within your personal life or externally? But do you have power and control over the intangibles of a situation? And do you enjoy how that feels for you? Type shit. With the moon being in Capricorn. Full in Capricorn. So you gotta be fulfilled in those energies. In your earth energies, building, structuring, being a boss and shit. Taking care of business. Have you been doing that? And if you have, then you're fulfilled during this time. And if you haven't, then you're not. But if you're not, it's important to relax. If you are, it's important to relax. Either way, you gotta chill out because the moon's full and you don't want to manifest no over shit. You don't want to manifest no extra emotional waters into your space that was never necessary for you to even experience in the first place, just because you were emotionally reacting from a space of not being satisfied. Because like Dolo says, you'll never get what you want or you need. You'll only ever get what you deserve. Straight like that. So it's the moon through the houses, but might do that in a different video. I think that was a good amount of information just to sit on, marinate on, meditate. For real. It's Jix, big sleep movement, full moon in Capricorn, more shit coming soon. The More You Know, my project is out now, streaming on all platforms. All platforms. Go listen to that shit if you haven't listened to it. Damn, that flight just came in here. But yeah, now it's gone. If you have listened to it, go listen to that shit again. Go share that shit with a homie. Go share that shit with a homie. Keep running that shit. That shit is cool as fuck. Let me know how y'all feel about that shit. I'm about to drop my next tape, currently untitled. Title will be dropping soon. Produced by Wasabi. Executive produced by Wasabi. And that's dropping very soon. So within the next few weeks, stay tuned for that. The Tribe show is also happening in July. Stay tuned for that. Big sleep movement shit. Big intimate shit. Like-minded tribe shit. On some real shit. The tribe, the sleep movement, tribe festival. So that's gonna be fire. And we got the 3-on-3 tournament this month, or this upcoming month, July soon too. So a lot of cool shit dropping as well. Stay tuned for that. It's Jigs.